Hey guys, this is Mrs. Webb, and we are going to talk today about chapter 3, which is I just started itching with it, which is payroll. So basically, this is in the advanced book. So you guys have already done payroll at least one time in the non-advanced class in your accounting 1 class, or even in your accounting 2 class. So this should, for the most part, be a review, but we're going to go ahead and just go through it real quick again. So we're going to see, how employees are paid, calculate their earnings, prepare some payroll reports, and then I'm going to walk you through those steps when we get to the work-togethers. So, we talked about the difference between an hourly employee and a salary employee. So those hourly employees are paid wages because it depends on, the job. It depends on the level of experience, the number of years, depending on how much money you get paid per hour. And then salary is typically paid out either biweekly or monthly, and it's a set amount of money. You do not get paid. You typically do not get paid extra if you work more than 40 hours a week. Salary employees typically work, they can work up to 60 hours a week and still get paid the same amount. Whereas if you have an hourly employee that gets paid a wage, if they go over that 40 hours a week, you have to pay them overtime. So we all get paid. We all have to pay our payroll taxes. That's something that we have to pay our FICA. So our federal income tax, we have to pay our Medicare, our Social Security. And so those are going to be based on our wages and our salaries. So here's a typical what it looks like for payroll deductions for employees. You have, your federal income tax, which is at 5.4%, which actually it ends up, somewhere around there. Depends on your state. State income tax. States have their own income tax. I know here in Idaho, where I'm at, the state income tax is 6.9%. We have your Social Security tax, which is 6.2. Medicare is 1.45. Obviously, they did some rounding up. And then it depends on how, what your cost is for your health insurance and retirement plan. And then that big, huge light blue part is your net pay. That's the pay. That's after taxes. Okay. Remember, gross is before, because I think they use the word gross because it's so disgusting how little you get paid after taxes. And that's what it is. Okay, so here's just a time card that they have on here. Juanita made in the last 2 weeks. She worked for 80 hours regular. Here's her regular. She worked 4 hours overtime for a total of 84. Down here, Mary, for the last 2 weeks, has worked 72 hours with 2 hours of overtime for 74 hours. So here is just like a reminder of how to calculate those wages. So our hourly is just our number of hours times our regular rate. And remember, if you're calculating overtime, it's your regular rate times 1.5, or it's your regular rate plus half of your regular rate. So our regular rate in this case is $18. Half of that is 9. So you would add 18 plus 9 gives you 27. And then you would multiply that 27 by 4. It's easier to do the one and multiply it by the 1.5 because it's just more clear cut, because in case your regular rate is like $7.25, something like that. So this is how we calculate our total earnings. So you take your regular plus your overtime, and that equals your total. So some Managers get paid by commission also. And so this is a commissions record. We've already done this before. And so the commissions record in this case is for Guren Hing. He worked in grills. He was the department manager. So here is so it looks like he gets his biweekly salaries $1,000, but he gets a commission on both grills and furniture. So he gets a 3% commission on their sales. So you see the sales for both, any discounts or returns out of both, and then you see for that pay period, he's going to receive close to an $800 commission. So for those, 2 weeks or, monthly or however they're going to pay commissions. So the payroll register, remember, has a list of all of our employees, their marital status, and their number of dependents, because we need those in order to calculate their taxes. Gives us our regular overtime commission. It has all of that set out. And remember, we use these totals to record the transactions in the journal. So that's why we have to make sure that we do the totals. The rest of it kind of breaks up those salaries by department. So this right here, these 3 columns here, departments and the administrative, are the only things different between this payroll register and the last payroll register you did. So all they did was they broke it up into what department took up what part of the salary. Okay. So then we have our federal, state, Social Security, Medicare, retirement, health insurance. We have all of our deductions totaled here. And then we have our net pay that we calculated. So we took their gross pay, subtracted out our deductions, subtracted out this total to get our net pay. Like I said, we need these totals because the totals are what we're going to record in the journal. So this just shows you, just a reminder, how to calculate Social Security tax. Social Security is 6.2%. You take your total earnings, multiply that by your Social Security tax, and there you go. Same thing with Medicare. They showed you now again how to calculate your total earnings minus your total deductions for your net pay. And then, of course, we always have to have our tax withholding. So this one is a single person. So remember at the top here, these numbers 0 through 10 are the deductions. Okay, those are our allowance withholdings. So 0 is the highest withholding. And if you look at 10, unless you make a lot of money, they're not going to withhold out any tax if you have 10 deductions. So basically you have, 8 kids and you claim yourself and your wife, that's 10. You wouldn't pay any income tax until you made like $1,700 biweekly. So most people live around here at the top, and then you calculate by wages. Notice they go to at least $960, but less than $980. And then you notice the next number starts at $980. So remember, if it hits $980, or if it hits one of these, this number in the but less than exactly, you have to go to the next, because notice if I do 980 and I have one allowance, 980, there's 73 or 75, right? So you always want to take the higher number. So if it hits that number exactly, you have to go up to the at least number. Okay? So just a reminder. This one, they showed you a married person, and it looks like married with 2 allowances, somewhere between there, they were going to have to pay $104. And so we want to make sure that then, that employee record does the employee earnings. And then, of course, each employee has their own year-to-date earnings. So here's their earnings record. This is the individual. So it shows you how much they've earned so far with this pay period, they've earned this. And remember how to get this number. Remember, you're taking your total, not what they paid, right? Because they didn't earn, I mean, they earned what they got paid, but they actually earned more than what they got paid, right? All this other stuff is deductions. So they earned this 1700. So that's what gets put in here under our accumulated earnings. We don't do net pay, we do total. Okay. So to record those transactions, this is what it's going to look like when we do our journal entries. So we have, oops, sorry, went too little too fast. So we have our salary expenses at the top for grills, furniture, and administrative. Those are those 3 new columns that you saw in that payroll register. And then, of course, we have our taxes and deductions here. And then our cash amount over here. Notice this is the cash payments journal is over here because this is how much the net pay was for the total. So that was the employee portion. The employer portion has to match. The employer has to match Social Security and Medicare. That's their job. And then they have to pay unemployment tax for federal and state. So those, just a reminder, those are called FUTA, okay, federal unemployment tax. So here's how we calculate those, and they're all these numbers are based on total earnings, okay? Our Social Security earnings, and then that's that 6.2%, the 1.45 of that. Okay, our FUTA earnings, notice, are a little bit different. So then we have our federal unemployment tax. They have it as 0.6. Usually it's 0.8, but this book has it as 0.6. It could have gone down. And then our state unemployment tax is 5.4%. So we have $294.75. Notice that this person down here hasn't had to pay anything because it's only they've made more than 7,000. And that's the big thing for our state for unemployment. So you'll just see the different rates. Our unemployment tax, remember, is based on those earnings under 7,000. So we still have a couple of employees that haven't hit that 7,000 mark. That's why it's only 1,200 compared to 28. I hope hopefully that'll when you get to it, it'll kind of refresh. So the employer has to pay, like I said, they have to match your Social Security and Medicare, and then they have to pay that unemployment tax in case something happens and you have to go out on unemployment. They have to let you go for a little while. So those all have to be every time we do payroll. Those business taxes also have to be withheld. So this is what that looks like. So notice this is just in the general journal because remember we're just setting that money aside. So this is the payroll tax portion for grills, furniture, and administrative, and these are our totals. These are our totals for all of those. So these debits have to equal these credits. Okay, so these numbers here are based off of those numbers. All right. So let's see. I think for the most part, you guys can see those in there. So this is the paying of those taxes set aside. So we've got our employee income tax payable. Federal, this is generally both our salary, or our, not our salary, our employee and our portion, right? Social Security tax is the employee and or this is the employee portion, and then this is both the employee and our portion. Same thing here, employee and our portion. So this is the employee portion, and then this, our Social Security, Medicare, are both. And then this is paying our federal and state unemployment taxes. And notice they're going to 2 different places, so they are 2 different transactions. Just be aware of that. Okay, people? Be aware of that. All right, so we're going to get started on those work togethers and have a great afternoon.